Hey friends, welcome back to the podcast. I just wrapped up today's Coffee with Katie and I had to jump on here really quick because this class was so good. Big shout out to everyone who tuned in. We just finished the live training all on Canva AI for faster content creation without starting from scratch. And the feedback I have to say that was coming in during the class was honestly so awesome. I mean, people were saying things like, OMG, I love this. I need to school myself at all of this. And my mind is spinning with possibilities. Such great information. This is so valuable. And this is one of my favorites. Someone said, okay, I can see that there may be something I will use AI for, which I feel like is such a win. There is so much conversation these days about AI. We've been talking a lot about AI all this month on the podcast. We've been focusing on it in deep dive inside of our academy. And I have to say, sometimes I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with AI. I know there are a lot of issues that quite a number of people have with AI, and myself included. I just really strive whenever I talk about AI, especially in the sense of working with realtors who we work with, in our business. We work with hundreds of realtors in our academy and all of our classes and training. It's all about done so with the lens of AI should not replace you, but how can it be used in a way to save time? That's what it's all about. And this month we have talked about tools like ChatGPT. We did a whole class on deep dive into Gemini. Last week I talked about Descript and video editing through AI. And so I am a huge Canva fan. I've used Canva for years. I'm just like super Canva fan. And especially when it comes to AI, I have to say, I spend so much time putting this class together. So in this podcast, I'm going to give you, as I normally do, sort of like my 5 or 10 minute, like high points, high level. I'd imagine if you're listening to this, you're someone who maybe you are interested in this topic, or you just enjoy my podcast, or you're curious about the class, but before you pay for it, you want to kind of get like a little sneak peek into what it's all about. So regardless of why you are here, I am so happy that you are here. But I have to say, it is absolutely worth investing in getting the actual class. The class by itself is a flat rate of $49. Or if you're part of our Get Social Smart Academy, it's just included in your membership. So the Academy is $99 a month or $99.99 for a year membership. And then you get access to all of our classes. If you're in the Academy and you haven't logged in, log in, listen to the class, watch the class. And if you get a chance and if you're curious, definitely sign up for the class by itself if you'd like. Because what I'm talking about today is Canva, and Canva is totally visual. So I will talk about it. But again, just like with a lot of our AI classes, there's just nothing like hearing it and seeing it. And so I will put all those links in the show notes below. Okay, here's the thing. I think the reason why this class resonated with so many people is because we talked about something that I know so many of you struggle with: content creation. And to get just totally real, it's not that a lot of agents we work with don't know what to say. It's that it often just takes too long, especially with Canva. And I love Canva, but sometimes you open up Canva and you stare at a blank template, a blank page, and you just overthink it. And suddenly, like 20, 30 minutes, an hour has come by and you haven't posted anything or created anything. So in the training we did, I focused really on how to simplify that process using AI. And I actually walked through 10 different workflows specifically for realtors. And I probably spent 8 to 10 hours preparing for that training because there is so much that you could do with Canva AI. I don't think that for the average realtor, you need to know everything. Like, I don't need to teach you how to make an AI video of yourself flying through the sky or something ridiculous, right? Like, how is this actually going to help you in terms of content creation, helping you in your listing videos or open houses, putting out helpful information? So that's what we really focused on. And what I always try to do too is like, what are some areas that you already do? And like, how could we cut down some time on that? So one of the biggest shifts I talked about in class today was like, stop starting from scratch. Instead, start with something. So much easier. That's part of why I like AI also, because it can give you a good first draft. So for example, I was talking about in class using a tool in Canva called Magic. Works similarly to how you might use ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, because you can use it to come up with content ideas. So instead of sitting there just like trying to think out what to post, you can literally ask Canva for ideas and then just get a whole list. And from there, obviously, you can just pick one, not 10, just one. Then I talked about Magic Design. So Magic Design is also a Canva AI tool. It's the idea of taking that idea and turning it into an actual post. Again, it's not about being perfect. It's about just getting started with something, because once you have something, you can work with it. And then we got into one of my favorite parts of the training, and this is Magic Layers. So Magic Layers was just released pretty recently with Canva. This thing is awesome, you guys. I know it's a cliche, but I really think it's a game changer, because now instead of being stuck with a design that you can't edit, or like starting over, you can actually edit so many things. You can change the text, you can change the fonts, you can move things around, swap images, and like actually make something. So in class, for example, we uploaded a real estate photo, like a bedroom photo. And when you upload it into Canva, you can erase certain things. Like you can use magic erase to erase, like, oh, there's a family picture on the wall, I want to erase that. But what I like to do even better is use magic layers. So you upload the photo, you click magic layers inside Canva AI, and it basically like sweeps over your picture and takes everything and makes it like something you could click on to edit. So imagine having like this, primary bedroom where you've got the bedroom, you've got the blanket on the bed, you've got 25 pillows, you've got the little plant in the corner, and now everything is clickable. So if you're like, I don't want that blanket on the bed, I don't want that family picture on the corner, you just click on it and delete it. It's absolutely amazing. So I think that's a huge thing for real estate, right? How often do you have pictures where like, I need to fix that, I need to replace that? That is just such a huge thing. This is also great for any photos that you need to fix. Like if you're using, let's say you are creating an AI image, a lot of you use ChatGPT, or maybe you're using Midjourney, or you're using Gemini, or you're using Nano Banana, whatever. A lot of times you get them and you're like, oh, it's so great, but I wish it was this, or oh, why did it spell it this way? You can take an AI image, upload it into Canva, and click magic layers. It's going to scan the whole image, and then you can edit everything piece by piece, which is awesome. So like, for example, I had this infographic I created through ChatGPT. I downloaded it from ChatGPT, uploaded it into Canva, and then I could click on each text box and fix the text, fix any typos, make sure the data was correct. So I think this is a huge game changer. And again, this goes back to what I have said all month long. AI gets you 80% of the way there, and editing gets you that final 20%. Now, another thing I talked about in class is batching content, which is also another huge time saver, because once you have one idea, you can turn that into multiple posts. So, for example, also with Canva AI, you can take a still image and take an image and turn it into a video. We had an example of a real estate listing, a real estate image. And with one click of a button, you can turn that image into a 5-second video. Now, this is not an Oscar-worthy video, but just as an example of taking, again, one piece of content, turning it into a video. You can also take that one image, and there's some really fun, like interesting filters and AI layers you can add onto it. Like you can make it more like scrapbooky looking, like more of like a watercolor, which is fun. That doesn't work with everyone's brand, but it's just different from taking a regular picture and uploading it. You can also take that regular picture and turn it into like a really nice black and white rendering. I was saying, like, here in the San Francisco Bay Area, we see a lot of folks, especially when they're advertising their listings, oftentimes will advertise the rendering, like the black and white image, not like the full color. So you can do all that in Canva, which is really, really cool. And one of the things we talked about in class was how you create a whole bunch of content quickly, like dozens of ideas and posts, especially using Canva's bulk tools. If you've never used Bulk Create, or maybe you've tried it a long time ago, I definitely recommend you revisit it. This is one of the things I talked about in class. In the class, I went through literally like a detailed step by step, but you can come up with, inside of Canva, you can come up with like a whole list of ideas. So maybe you want a list of like motivational ideas or motivational quotes or real estate tips. You can take that full list, put it into Canva, and there's a tool called Bulk Create where you can basically pick one template, edit it a little bit to make sure it looks like you, and then through Bulk Create, you can multiply that. So if you have a list of, let's say, 30 motivational quotes, and you find a template you like through Bulk Create, you can take that one template and those 30 quotes and make 30 pieces of content. This is huge. I was saying this is great for testimonials. This is great for real estate tips. Not only that, but one of the examples I gave is, let's say you have ChatGPT or Canva come up with 30 really specific, great real estate tips for your market. You can use Canva to create 30 different graphics, but now you also have 30 ideas for 30 different videos. So you create 60 different ideas really quickly, right? So it's all about working smarter, not harder. Love that. Again, talked about batching content. We talked about turning content into multiple posts. And this is, I think, when I was talking about all this, people are really starting to have those aha moments. And again, I want to say this. AI is not here to replace you. It is here to support you. You still need your voice, your perspective, your experience. Do not just copy and paste. Use it as a starting point and then make it your own. So if you're listening to this and thinking, okay, I need to get this. I want to get faster with my content. I want to stop overthinking Canva and AI. I have some good news. The replay for this class is available. Like I said, the class itself, it's about 70 minutes. I try to keep it an hour, but there was a lot to cover. So it's about 70 minutes. I went through 10 in-depth workflows for realtors, specifically using Canva AI. The class by itself is a flat rate of $49. You'll get the full 70-minute class. You'll get my presentation slides. And then I also included a bonus, like step-by-step cheat sheet, because I love a good cheat sheet. And then you have 60 days to watch and rewatch it. So again, I will put that link below. The other thing I'll mention is that if you're part of the academy, this is already included for you. You can log in and watch it anytime. And honestly, I've had a couple of you reach out to me and ask me about different classes. If you're thinking of purchasing like a couple of our AI classes, you might as well just join the academy because once you become a member, you get access to all of the training that we've done over the last year. So you don't have to like pay for classes separately. So up to you. I will put the link for both below. And again, if you want to check it out, you can check out the show notes below. You can also go to katielance.com/academy, and that'll give you the scoop on the academy. So I would say grab it, carve out an hour, just start playing with it. The more you use these tools, the easier it gets. I would love to hear from you. Are you using Canva's AI tools? Let me know. Send me a DM. I'm at Katie Lance. The best thing you could do if you enjoyed this, by the way, is take a screenshot or post about it, tag me on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or wherever you're at. And just remember, look, you do not need more time. You don't need to be more creative. You just need a better system. And when I look at the thousands of agents that we have worked with over the years and the ones that are actually getting business from social media, they're not the ones going viral. They're not the ones doing all this like trendy stuff. I'll be honest with you, they are typically the ones who just have a system in place. And so, especially with AI, if you can look at like what are one, two, three things that you can implement into what you're already doing to just like make your life easier, produce more content, repurpose more content, work smarter, not harder, like that is the name of the game. So, anyways, we talk a lot about that inside our class as well as the other classes we did earlier this month. I'd love to have you part of our Academy family. If you're not yet part of the Academy, check it out. If you'd like to check out the class, check that out too. Okay, let me know what other questions you have about AI. Best place to reach me is in the DMs. I'm at Katie Lance. Please reach out to me, and I can't wait to see you soon. All right, my friends, bye for now.